Trika, Keisha, Tiffany. She's that girl. She's a phenomenal woman, honey. She don't have time to be loving somebody that don't love themselves because they don't know how to love nobody else, period. Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to That's So Portia. I'm Portia, and if you are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss all of the great content I have coming your way. And of course, you already know I'm back with another review and recap of Friends and Family Hustle. This time, episode 2. If you missed the season premiere, don't worry, I have you covered. Episode 1 review and recap is already live on my channel. I will leave that linked down below in the description box. But let's go ahead and jump into everything. Tonight's episode picks back up at LaToya and Tommy's house. They're looking over the pregnancy test results. And in this scene, at this moment, we learn that LaToya, she's actually not pregnant. And for her, it's kind of like a sigh of relief because we know that she's not really looking forward to adding on to their family at the moment with, you know, them. They're hitting this rough patch, just bumping the road right now with the miscommunication. So for her, it's kind of like a sigh of relief, and she's kind of like skeptical about continuing to try for a baby because Tommy, he's over there like, oh, okay, it's cool, you ain't pregnant right now, but don't worry, I'm gonna keep going in that thing, I'm gonna keep shooting that club up. Yes, I'm gonna shoot it up, okay? Tommy, he is determined, he's gonna shoot it up one of these days. Okay, he's trying to put in overtime. But we move on to another scene with Tiny and Eris, and they're meeting with Tiny's manager to discuss Eris' nail polish line and how to grow her line. They're looking to add lip glosses. Eris, she's adding her input in with the colors and the flavors, and I swear I love Eris. She has so much personality. She is an old lady trapped in a little girl's body. I swear, she's been here before. I love her little personality. She has like so much personality. She's so smart, she's so advanced. I love it. She's not one of those little kids that are like too grown. I love it. I love Eris and her little old spirit. And then from this particular scene, we lead on to a scene with Reginae and Toya. And in this scene, Reginae, she's discussing more about her breakup from Lucci and how she's not really worried about loving a man at the moment. She's worried about loving more on herself and becoming a better woman. We know Baby Carter, she cut up in her confessional, letting the world know, letting people know she's that girl. She's a phenomenal woman, honey. She don't have time to be loving somebody that don't love themselves because they don't know how to love nobody else, period. Nay, okay? Reginae, she also talks about how her relationship with Wayne is growing, and that leads into Toya mentioning how Red, her man, wants her to reconnect with her father. And Toya, she's a little on the fence about it. She feels as if her father should definitely work on, just take more initiative to build a relationship with his kids as well as his grandkids. So that was pretty much the scene with Toya and Reginae, just talking about their relationships with their father and Reginae's breakup, her moving on from Lucci. We see a scene with Monica and her sons Rocco and Romello. They're grabbing some ice cream, and Monica in this particular scene, she just talks about how she wants to be more attentive to her sons during this transition while she's going through this divorce, this breakup with Shannon, and she just want to make sure her sons are doing okay. We also learned that Rocco, he actually has a little boo, a little girlfriend, and Monica, she just wants to make sure that, you know, Rocco, he knows what he's doing. He's treating young girls respectfully, so she just want to challenge her son and make sure he's not out here being like a little being just, you know, a mess. She just wants to make sure her son, he's respectful and loving and knows how to treat a young girl. And then we move on into a scene with the Harris gang. All of them are out at the bowling alley, and y'all, I swear Major had a laptop at the bowling alley. Like Major, now who brings a laptop, or maybe it was a tablet, but I swear it was a laptop, to a bowling alley? Major is so disengaged. He does not care. Major is like, the family's over here, Major's over there. Major doesn't give a damn. Tiny, she's still trying to figure out what can we get Major in. We see the rest of the family is pretty much arts and entertainment. Major, to me, outside looking in. Major gives me STEM, academics vibe. Get Major into like a science fair contest, something like that. I could be wrong. Maybe everybody is wrong, but Major doesn't want to be bothered with everybody. Major is pretty much like, leave me the hell alone. I will come around when I want to. So maybe just all of us need to back up off Major. Let Major do him. Major's pretty much grown. He's a grown, determined, self-aware young man. Okay, but that was the scene with the Harris family at the bowling alley, and then we jump into another scene at LaToya and Tommy's house again. And LaToya, she's just there recapping his birthday celebration that happened in episode 1, and I recapped that also in my review in the description box. But LaToya, she just shares with him how she wants him to open up more, and he has to express himself more if they expect to grow and build, and that she just lets him know that, you know, I'm here for you. Like, you're not in this battle, this fight alone. I'm here with you. And he opens up and lets her know that he's actually open to the idea of actually going to counseling and speaking to someone. He's ready to speak with someone now, and hopefully he gets the help that he needs to truly heal and be able to live without his mom being here, physically, being able to cope with her death, the loss of his mother, a little bit more, and just be able to work on his marriage with LaToya, being a little bit more easygoing, being able to not being so short-tempered, and being able to. And then we move over to a scene at like an indoor race car venue. We see Monica and her son Rocco. They're getting up with T.I., Tiny, and King for a little family day. And we learn in this scene, King, he says he's single. Tiny was like, but you had a friend, girl. King like, I don't give a damn, I'm single. I'm single, lady. Monica, she's sharing how she just want to set up kind of like a little date to make sure Rocco, he knows what he's doing and he's treating the lady right. And we also learn in this particular scene, I thought it was interesting and a little funny, because I didn't know, and I never heard them say this before, that initially T.I.'s mom did not like Tiny. And Tiny, in her confessional, she was like, you know, the family was like, when I first came around, who this white girl? She too white. And I could really see his family or any family saying that in general. But honestly, if I would have never seen a picture of Tiny's mom, if she would have never came on television, you know, looking into her family tree, I would have always thought Tiny was just a red black woman. Tiny has always given me black vibes. Nothing about, I don't really see her white side. I've never seen like her quote unquote white side or her act white. She doesn't give me white woman vibes. Maybe they were talking about her complexion, but we know Tiny a little southern hood rat, and I love it, honey. And also in this particular scene too, T.I., he touches on when it comes to dating, how his biggest concern is protecting his daughters from heartbreak. And I feel like a lot of men like to do that. A lot of men, they know how men are because they were once maybe like that or still are like that, and they want to protect their daughters from men like themselves. But of course, you know, their daughters may still go through heartbreak, but I love the idea of a father wanting to instill that self-love, that self-respect, that self-value, letting his daughter or daughters know their self-worth, their value, so a man can't bend and break them. And I think this is something important for every parent, mothers and fathers, guardians, to do for little girls and little boys early on. Build them up so anybody out there, a lover, a significant other out there, can't break them down. And also in this scene, we see Monica and Tiny talking, and Monica, she touches a little bit on her past relationship with her son's father. Of course, she was with their father Rocco, who's also a rapper. She just speaks about how his career in the music industry ultimately led to his infidelity while he was on the road, and she just decided to call it quits years ago from Rocco, and how she's not really into wanting to date at the moment, and she's single. And when Monica mentioned she's single, it made me think about how late 2019, I know I'm not the only one that peeped this on social media, but Monica, she was seen a lot with Atlanta rapper Trouble. He had the song Brick, She a Winner, the Cucumber Party, that set Resonate Off, honey. Also Keisha them, Drika, Keisha, Tiffany. But yeah, Monica, she was seen a whole lot with Trouble. It was late 2019, and a lot of people had peep game too on social media. I'm not really sure if they ever were a true thing or if they were just like truly friends, homeboy, homegirl. But if they weren't, you know, I wasn't mad at Monica. I was here for it. I was kind of here for a Monica and Trouble relationship or a little fling, because we know Monica, she's a little hood or whatnot, and Trouble, he's a fine hood guy. So I was here for it. I was here for the Gunica and Trouble link up. But I'm not sure if they were really ever a thing or if someone has ever asked her that. But Monica, sis, you ever talk to Trouble? Did you? Huh? If you did, I'm proud of you, because like I said, he's a fine hood guy. And if you don't know what Trouble looked like, definitely look him up. I feel like a lot of ladies will agree. He's cute, okay? But yes, that was that particular scene with Monica and her son, T.I. Tiny, and King. That was that. And then we jump back into another scene with Tommy and LaToya. This time they're kind of doing grief counseling with their pastors, the Grays, and they're doing one-on-one conversations. And at the end of the counseling session, Pastor Gray, he recommends that they get into marriage counseling immediately, and that's something that I touched on in episode 1 review, that they definitely need to get into marriage counseling ASAP, because I actually like their family. I feel like they have a beautiful family. I would love to see more of them, actually see their family continue to grow and build. So I definitely hope that they work it out and get it together ASAP. And then the episode, we close it with the Harris gang. They're shooting a commercial for Eris's nail polish line, and pretty much the whole family is making a cameo in it. Eris, she's been a boss babe. T.I., you know, he's getting on everybody's nerves directing it, and that's pretty much how episode 2 went. I felt like it was a good episode. I feel like the season will continue to get better. The episodes will continue to build, and everything will just continue to unfold. Definitely let me know your thoughts on tonight's episode 2 of Friends and Family Hustle. Comment below on anything that I weighed in on. I know some scenes I did not touch on, so if you want to touch on it in the comments, definitely do so. Let's start a little dialogue up. What you think about this Trouble and Monica thing? What do you think about Monica maybe setting her son up on a dating challenge? Toya and Red's relationship, Regine, as well as LaToya and Tommy. Just comment below. Let's get the conversation going. Let's talk a little bit more. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. Don't forget to share it. And also, don't forget to subscribe. You guys take care, and I'll see you next time.